Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. So in this video, we'll be learning how to implement Typescript with React in Laravel 8 using Laravel Mix 6. So without any delay, let's get started. So I have freshly installed Laravel 8 application and nothing has been added at the point. So you can see this is the package.json file. Within these there are few dependencies over here for the dev dependencies. So now we need to add some of the packages within this and we can continue. So let's go to the terminal. So first thing that I need to have is I need to have the Typescript installed within my machine. So that can be verified using this command tsc. So if you are getting this, it means that you have Typescript installed in your system. If not, you can add Typescript within your system using the following command: yarn global add Typescript. Or if you wanted to use npm, that could have been done using npm i-g Typescript. So now let's add other dependencies. So I need to install some of the dependencies for the React and then the React DOM, and I need to install the types for this. So this will take a certain time and then we can continue. So since we are making use of the Typescript, we need to strictly install the types for the React and the React DOM. So when the application grows bigger and when we install the external dependencies, in that case we need to make sure that we have installed the specific types for the packages as well. So now that we have installed our main dependencies, so now we need to add some of the dev dependencies as well. So those dependencies are ts loader and the Typescript. So these are required when working with Typescript using React. So now we need to generate a tsconfig.json file. So that can also be done using the global Typescript that we installed earlier. So simply we can generate tsconfig.json within this directory using this following command, which generated a particular tsconfig file. So it is basically it's the configuration for the Typescript. So it does have lots and lots of options like the ECMAScript version that we want. So currently the target is ES5, and there are other options like specifically this is required. As you can see, we need to have this mandatorily when working with Typescript with React, because we want to make the use of the JSX. So now let's keep all these things aside and let's get into the coding, because all of the dependencies are installed, all of the dependencies and the dev dependencies are easily installed. So now let's close all those things. So now within this JS, I would like to get rid of this file, because I don't think I will make the use of this in this video. So I will like to rename this content from index.js from app.js to index.tsx. So also I will generate a directory over here for the components. So within these components, let's quickly add a main app.tsx file, which will be the root component for this application. So for now, since we are showing this for the demo purpose, we will not have lots of things, but basically we will simply render li within ul. It means we'll list some of the users using interface and the Typescript within React. So let's get started. So for now, as I said, I need to have defined interface for the users. So export interface user. So it will have two fields. It will have three fields. ID will be type of the number. So next thing I want to have is the name with the type of the string, and finally I do want to have the age with the type of the number. So now let's generate a arrow function, which is the core React functional based component. So we could have generated this using rfc command as well. but I would like to do this on my own. Okay, so const app. So within this, let's define our state using the use state hook. So I think I will make use of my Visual Studio's extension. So for this I would like to rename something like users and set users, and the initial stage will be the array of the users. So let's add something like this: id1, so name is John Doe, and the age is 25. And let's quickly copy this code, and then let's add it over here, and the id will be 2, and the John Doe, so it can be something like Bruce Wayne, and he is 30 years old. I think 2 number of data is okay for us. And within this, since we are dealing with the TypeScript, we can strictly define the type of this particular field, which is users. Since you can see that we have defined the interface for the user, and this users is the array of the user, so we can define it here like this. So user and the array. So this basically means this is the array of the users, and we'll have the multiple users. So this is not imported, so I would like to import it. So now let's write the React code to generate or to render all the components within this place. So over here div will generate the div with the id of the users. So over here you can say users list, and after this we will simply loop through the li items. We'll look through the users, so it will be something like this: users.map will be mapping through all of the users, and then this will pass something like the user and the index. So the type of the user is user, and the index will be of the type number. So simply by looping through all these things, I can simply return an li item over here. So let's bind this to the particular key which is index, and over here I can say something like user.name is user.age years old. So that should be done, and it is throwing some sort of error because we have not imported React till this point. I did not import React in the first because until and unless this was used, the Visual Studio's extension, autosave extension, would automatically remove the unused imports. So for that reason I have not done this, so it is showing some sort of error. So let's not worry about this. And now let's quickly export this app function. So now next what I need to do is within this directory I will have to make some changes within this index.tsx. So for this now I will have to bring some of the code over here. I need to import the React, I need to import the render function from the React DOM, and also the app component from this directory app.tsx, and I need to simply render this app component, which will be the root component, within the div with the id of the app. So for that, let's go to the welcome.blade.php. Let's quickly get rid of this dirty junk which is not required for us. So now let's name this as React.ts. Since we want to render our app within the id of the app, let's name this over here, and let's quickly import the script which will be got from the js/app.js, because since we are making use of this ts TypeScript tsx, it will be compiled to .ts, it will be compiled to .js. So now let's get into another file, which is webpack.mix.js. This is the place where the magic goes on. So with Laravel Mix, we can remove all these things, and now instead of JS, let's make this TS, because we are compiling TypeScript to JS. So this needs to be TS, and also because we are compiling the React, we need to change this particular this code with another function with the name of the React. So as you can see, it is trying to compile the content from resources.js app.js to public.js, but app.js does not exist. Instead, we do have index.tsx. So let's save this, and now this should go as app.js, because within welcome.blade.php we are trying to read the file with the name of the app.js. So within my terminal, now that all the dependencies are installed already, okay, let's run the command for compiling the assets. That can be done by yarn dev, so which is this which also means npm run development. So let's run this again. I think this was one of the dependencies that was required as the dev, and it is showing some sort of errors within app.tsx. I think this is the error because of this. So let's get rid of this thing for now, so we are not worried about this. So let's simply run the command, and let's see how this goes. All these things are compiled. Let's simply serve, and let's quickly copy this URL so that within my browser I can see that the component is rendered. So basically, as you can see, the data is rendered as we intended, and now the basic implementation of TypeScript with React has been done. So the goal is achieved. So the purpose of the video was to demonstrate on how easy it is to implement TypeScript with React. So within this app.tsx, more things could have been achieved. Within this, we could have installed the React router, and we could have performed all other things, and we could have broken the application into the smaller other components and build a single page application. So we'll be continuing all those things, and we'll be creating a single page application with Laravel SPA and React as front end in the coming days. So that's all for now. Thank you for your time, everyone. So please subscribe, like, and comment. So if you have any queries, so thank you for your time. See you again in the next wonderful video.